Narrated Aisha. Fatima bint Abi Habash said to Allah's Messenger, I do not become clean from bleeding. Shall I give up my prayers? Allah's Messenger replied, No, because it is from a blood vessel and not the menses. So when the real menses begins, give up your prayers, and when the period has finished, wash the blood off your body, take a bath, and offer your prayers. Narrated Asma bint Abi Bakr. A woman asked Allah's Messenger, O Allah's Messenger, what should we do if the blood of menses falls on our clothes? Allah's Messenger replied, If the blood of menses falls on the garment of any one of you, she must take hold of the blood spot, rub it, and wash it with water, and then pray in with it. Narrated Aisha. Whenever any one of us got her menses, she, on becoming clean, used to take hold of the blood spot and rub the blood off her garment, and pour water over it, and wash that portion thoroughly, and sprinkle water over the rest of the garment. After that she would pray in with it. Narrated Aisha. Once one of the wives of the Prophet did itikaf along with him, and she was getting bleeding in between her periods. She used to see the blood from her private parts, and she would perhaps put a dish under her for the blood. The sub-narrator Ikrimah added, Aisha once saw the liquid of safflower and said, It looks like what so and so used to have. Narrated Aisha. One of the wives of Allah's Messenger joined him in itikaf, and she noticed blood and yellowish discharge from her private parts, and put a dish under her when she prayed. Narrated Aisha. One of the mothers of the faithful believers, i.e. the wives of the Prophet, did itikaf while she was having bleeding in between her periods. Narrated Aisha. None of us had more than a single garment, and we used to have our menses while wearing it. Whenever it got soiled with blood of menses, we used to apply saliva to the blood spot and rub off the blood with our nails. Narrated Hadiths. We were forbidden to mourn for a dead person for more than 3 days, except in the case of a husband for whom mourning was allowed for months and 10 days. During that time we were not allowed to put coal, antimony eye powder in our eyes, or to use perfumes, or to put on colored clothes, except a dress made of asr, a kind of Yemen cloth, very coarse and rough. We were allowed very light perfumes at the time of taking a bath after menses, and also we were forbidden to go with the funeral procession. Narrated Aisha. A woman asked the Prophet about the bath which is taken after finishing from the menses. The Prophet told her what to do and said, Purify yourself with a piece of cloth scented with musk. The woman asked, How shall I purify myself with it? He said, Subhanallah. Purify yourself with it. I pulled her to myself and said, Rub the place soiled with blood with it. Narrated Aisha. An Ansari woman asked the Prophet how to take a bath after finishing from the menses. He replied, Take a piece of cloth perfumed with musk and clean the private parts with it thrice. The Prophet felt shy and turned his face. So I pulled her to me and told her what the Prophet meant. Narrated Aisha. In the last Hajj of Allah's Messenger, I assumed the Ihram for Hajj along with Allah's Apostle. I was one of those who intended tamattu, to perform Hajj and Umrah, and did not take the hadi, animal for sacrifice, with me. I got my menses and was not clean till the night of Arafah. I said, O Allah's Apostle, It is the night of the day of Arafat, and I intended to perform the Hajj Tamattu with Umrah. Allah's Messenger told me to undo my hair and comb it, and to postpone the Umrah. I did the same and completed the Hajj. On the night of Al-Hasba, i.e. place, outside Mecca, where the pilgrims go after finishing all the ceremonies of Hajj at Mina, the Prophet ordered Abdur Rahman Aisha's brother to take me to At Tanim to assume the rum for Umrah in lieu of that of Hajjat Tamattu which I had intended to perform.